Hey there, kids. Do you want to hear a show where a bunch of guys sit around in a comic book store and talk about comics and lifestyle choices, other goofy things and shenanigans they get up to? Then
When have we ever talked about comics? Usually it's people sitting on my lap and riding the struggle bus.
That's true. It's mostly shenanigans. But occasionally we talk about comics. And if you like any of those things, comics, shenanigans, Devin's lap, then you need to check out Snake Oil Comics with me, Travis, and my beautiful co-host, Big Dev.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and snakeoilcomics.com.
You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
Weather today in the greater Cincinnati area.
They're solid plastic, so don't settle for imitation.
But the senator, while insisting he was not intoxicated, could not explain his nudity.
All right. About comic books and movies. Growing up with Suki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just Ditt-Man. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Yeah. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote scripts. All right here. It's no mystery, cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 57. I'm Jason.
I am Jeff.
And Blake is not in the studio tonight.
He had some real-world things to deal with.
Yes, he had some real-world issues. So, thoughts and good karma out to him and his family, and we'll see him back next week, where he can talk more politics.
Yes, or no.
But we're not alone in the studio.
No, we have Blake's...
other radio half, the Ditt-Man, is in the studio from 96.9,
yes.
The Rebel.
Today it'll just be and the Ditt-Man.
And the Ditt-Man. Welcome.
Thank you, fellas. This is third time out.
Oh, you're official friend of the show now.
Official friend of the show. I heard I got a little of a notice in the Floppy Awards as a potential winner.
Yes, a nominee.
And I was a nominee.
Yes.
It's an honor being nominated, fellas.
A lot of people don't say that about the Floppies.
They don't.
We've got a lot of cease and desist orders of please don't nominate me next year.
I don't doubt that.
So,
although I will have to say our friend folks over at Graphic Novice, Nichols bragging about his floppy win, and Doc is upset about losing two different categories. 2 nominations, 0 wins.
Doc may be up for Missourian of the Year next year. Or this year.
This year? You think we'll have a Missourian of the year?
No. They have the Cardinals out there.
Is he bragging about his floppy or his floppy win?
His floppy win.
Oh,
well, yeah, we're not sure. I think Fred stole his floppy.
Is it a Canadian translation issue is what I'm asking?
Probably.
It's a what's owl boot. He does have some competition next year because I think Diamond Dave is from Canada, so he might be up for it next year. There's going to be some stiff competition. I get it, stiff.
No, I don't get it.
Wow, Gimp's out early.
Go back to your hole. Okay, so anyways, so since Blake's not here, I'll start with the listener feedback
from number one fan Doug.
Can't give yourself a nickname. Actually, a quick question. We never really discussed this. Did you get anything good for Christmas? Like a month later, I forgot to ask you that.
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay. No, okay, never mind. Fuck you.
Various and assorted gifts chosen especially for him.
Yeah.
Well, when you get like 2 things for Christmas,
they were good though.
They were good. So
okay.
I suppose yes.
Okay. Well, that was exciting. Okay, Paul, you got PlayStation 4.
I did get a PS4, so...
I'm up to 2 friends on the PlayStation 4 now.
I'm still at 1.
Oh. If you want to be friends on PlayStation 4, I'm Jab Briggs. G-A-B
G-A-B?
Nope,
J-A-B?
nope.
I'm
J-A-B.
pretty sure it's wrong because we had to text back and forth for like 25 minutes to figure this out.
Yes, I didn't know what my name was on PlayStation Network. J-A-B Briggs. So if you
So
want
double
me friends,
Bs?
send me a quest. What?
Double B's?
Yes, double B's.
He rolls with double B's.
Yeah. Most people like double D's. I like double B's. Like that. I don't think that's real.
Could be.
So
We'll
anyway,
make it real.
So from Doug, he actually tweeted us something. Have you watched Backstrom? If so, do you like it? It's House as a Cop with Rainn Wilson. It's pretty good.
He is right. It is House as a Cop with Rainn Wilson.
I kind of think it's more Dwight from The Office.
Yes, I feel very much it's Dwight Schrute as a drunk and a job now as a cop because he lost his job with the paper company.
Yes. And the beet farm went under.
Yes, yes.
I like it a lot. It's enjoyable. I've only seen the first episode. I did think it moved quick, the first episode, but it was more like a pilot. So I can give that...
Yeah, well, I mean, it has potential.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to judge it right away, but based on the pilot, it's enough to make me watch some more.
That pilot is better than most pilots you've seen.
Oh, yeah, even pilots of shows you really like.
Yeah.
You go back and see the pilot, and you're like, wow, I liked this show. This pilot's
you
rough.
can't judge it by the pilot because, like I said, they do move quick, which kind of sucks, but they are trying to show the emphasis, the whole basic synopsis of the show in one episode to present it to the networks.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel like I've seen the show before. I mean, it feels like the topics or the flow of it has happened before. So it's one of those, I want to feel this out and see if it keeps going, but I feel like it can get old quick if they keep to the same story types.
And for those who haven't seen it, basically Rainn Wilson plays a cop that was on traffic. He was a homicide cop, then went on traffic cop. He became a traffic cop because he was having bad heart and everything else, health issues. And then he went back to homicide. They brought him back, and he can't participate in any action because he will die. So he has his own personal bodyguard / cop that does all the action, which is pretty funny. And then he's got his whole team there. Dennis Haysbert?
Dennis Haysbert, yeah.
Haysbert. He's on there. He's got like a preacher guy on the police force.
I keep seeing him as Jonas Blaine in The Unit, so that's what's hard there.
I keep seeing him as Serrano.
I'm not sure if he's going to sell me insurance.
That's what I was waiting. I keep waiting for the insurance pitch.
I did like what he was talking to the one kid in the pilot in the alley. He's like, I kept getting made fun of, they kept, beating they kept hazing me. I had black balls, and then Hasberg's like, I got black balls too, and it never stopped me. And then he has a couple other people, Rainn Wilson has a couple other people on the team. Is there a British guy, I think? Or
there's the
CSI guy?
He's kind of a creepy guy. I don't know
I
if he's
like
British.
him, though.
I'm not quite sure how to take him, but
it's enjoyable.
I think the show will go however the supporting cast goes.
Yeah.
If they turn out to be believable characters, then I think the show will be pretty good.
I'm intrigued by the books now. I got to read the books.
Oh, that they're based off of?
Yeah, I didn't know that it was based off of
they're
books.
based off books. That's work.
I know.
I suppose you don't have to read it.
Yeah, I'll just enjoy it for what it is versus, enjoying it for what it really is.
Stop being educational.
Yeah.
So that's on Thursdays on Fox. Let's see what else. Doug did say 14 years ago today that XFL debuted. Thank you. Will there be a celebration of it on tonight's show? There is now. Woo!
Yay,
XFL! I got all the hats.
I thought
You got them all?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, I thought you only got about half of them.
No, I got up there. I know I have at least 6 or 7. I might be missing one. So
I thought you were going to say 13 years ago, it also folded.
it did?
Not on this specific date.
I liked it. I liked how they did the kickoff or the coin toss.
You mean the first game and then got rid of it because someone blew out his leg?
Yes. What they did was they put the football at the 50-yard line. The players started at the 20, and they ran to the football, and whoever got there first got the ball. Got to decide if they kick off or not. First play, first game, guy tore his ACL.
And was out for this year.
And out for the year. Doug did say, make sure you mention Bobby Singh. He's one of the players. He's won a championship in XFL, NFL, and CFL.
Ooh.
The trifecta.
Yes. And who could forget Tommy Maddox?
Or
A lot of people could probably.
Well, he did
forget
win the
Tommy Maddox.
XFL championship and MVP.
Yes, he did win the MVP, and then he did go to
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL, but couldn't win under Tommy.
No, which we liked as Bengals fans.
Yes.
Shut it, Paul. You worry about your Bears team over there.
Hey, neither one of them have pulled off a playoff win in the last 5 years, so.
Yes.
20 years for the Bengals.
Hey. It might be 20 for the Bears if they keep Cutler. There's no way they're keeping Cutler.
At least they went to a Super Bowl recently. And by recently, I mean last 15 years.
Bengals won in 89.
25, I guess.
Let's see. Doug says, what do you think is the after credit scene for Ant-Man?
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl.
That's what I hope for, anyway.
Black Panther, the Inhumans, they come into this at all?
Inhumans a little bit farther out. Captain America's next.
I think it'll be something new.
Oh no, Avengers. It goes Avengers, Ant-Man. Sorry,
Yeah,
Ant-Man,
so-
and then Captain
right,
America.
I think it'll be something that.
And then Black Panther.
I don't think they're going to do a end scene for a property that's already had a movie. So no Avengers, no Cap, or not even Guardians. I think it's to introduce something new.
Okay. I don't know.
Hopefully
what it could
Squirrel
be.
Girl. But
Squirrel Girl.
You just like saying that.
I
Squirrel
do.
Girl.
Squirrel.
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel. Doug said, how much did you love Bill Belichick winning his 4th Super Bowl? Hashtag we're all Patriots. Hashtag Patriots Nation. Hashtag go fuck yourself.
I'd just like to say this is the first Cheater Bowl, given that Pete Carroll's history.
oh yeah,
Pete Carroll said he would have stayed at USC if he knew sanctions were coming down.
And Bill Clinton did not inhale.
he did not have sex with that woman.
Pete Carroll's full of shit. Let's just be real. He was gone because of that. And it was kind of tough because I hate Bill Belichick. I hate the Patriots.
Yes.
Like most of America. But Pete Carroll going down as the dumbest play caller in Super Bowl history is kind of a push. So it's kind of like, well.
Yeah, it's like I like the Seahawks, but I was never a fan of Pete Carroll. And then making that call, it's okay.
He was open if he threw it immediately after he snapped it.
Or if the receiver would have hustled instead of trotting.
Well, he was trying to play off that we're not actually really throwing the ball when we've got like the best runner in the NFL in our backfield.
And his explanation keeps getting worse. Pete Carroll's explanation. Originally, he's like, well, it's a throwaway play. Well, then why didn't you just snap it and spike it? Or throw a fade to the end zone?
Why even have a throwaway play when you are 30 seconds away from winning the Super Bowl? There's no such thing as a throwaway play.
And if you can't get the ball in, if Lynch cannot get the ball in 4 times from that yard line, you don't deserve to win.
Exactly. You have to go with your strength.
Yeah.
Strength.
And apparently... the Patriots weren't even expecting him to run the ball since they had their guy to intercept the ball who didn't understand why he was in the game at that situation because he's not a run stopper.
I had no desire to really watch this game. I was just like, it was fun to watch. Don't get me wrong, it was a good game. But
I barely watched it. Background, flipping between other channels.
Puppy Bowl.
Nope, don't watch that.
We had some
terrible.
people over. It was on, and yeah, I think I caught 15 total minutes of it. I missed 90% of the commercials, and then saw Katy Perry on a mirrored Transformer dinosaur thingy.
Voltron.
Possibly.
Voltron, that's what it is. You
So
saw
we're like
Katy
the
Perry
legends.
dressed like a Cheeto bag.
Dressed like a Cheeto bag on Voltron in a bowl.
Well, originally when that came out, my wife and I were watching. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And then I was like, "That is pretty cool. It is kind of cool to see, you know."
It was
I
kind
thought
of
she
an
did a good job.
entertaining halftime show. Just I really enjoyed the lighting effects they had.
What about the reboot of Missy Elliott's career?
No, they could have
Well,
done
my
without the
wife
Missy
did-
Elliott part.
My wife did tell me she produces Katy Perry songs. That's why she was there. And I looked at my wife, why do you know that? She's like, I love Missy Elliott. I was like, what? How do you love Missy Elliott?
So did 1998, but that doesn't mean we're going to still listen to it.
And can we all agree those sharks that were dancing with Katy Perry, that's going to be in 10 years, everybody's going to look back and go, oh, that looked bad.
Oh, it looks bad. You don't have to look back in 10 years. You can look back in 10 minutes.
Everyone goes crazy for a shark-dressed man.
That was good.
And the singing beach balls.
Yeah. And my wife's comment was, Hey,
I heard
Mom,
they're
Dad,
underinflated.
I'm gonna be in the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm Beach Ball 2. You don't see me.
Don't let Tom Brady near your ass.
Got deflate. Let's see. We did ask last week. Blake did about the Crow reboot that they're making for some unknown reason, and we asked listeners, "Hey, tell us who you think should be the Eric Draven Crow." Brian Hackney at Brian_Hackney said Jason Momoa, which is actually not a bad one.
Right. You need somebody that's stoic, very solid, just kind of.
Anybody who can play Aquaman could probably pull off the Crow.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to dye his hair.
Not for the Crow.
Randall Holdout, RJ Holt 666 says Aaron Taylor Johnson from Kick-Ass and Godzilla. I would have said no until I saw Godzilla, and he can play a good role.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that.
And he's also going to be Quicksilver in the Avengers movies, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is. Yeah. Brian Kearns at BK, BEEKAY 006 said, I like to see Rob Zombie's idea of an old man as the Revenant with a more paranormal edge to his vengeance. I actually would watch that. Anything to keep Rob Zombie away from Halloween 3. That would be fine.
Anything to keep Rob Zombie away from making more White Zombie albums.
VF at VF Graphic Novice. VF. I say we give Edward Furlong another shot at it. Hashtag comeback kid.
Does he not want a good movie?
Second time's a charm.
I say that's fine, but the justice system in America says no, we're going to keep him in jail probably a couple more times.
Is he in jail right now?
No, but he'll be back in jail. Oh, let's do the over-under. Who's got the Super Bowl blocks on that?
It's like 2 blocks. Dude.
Oh, boy.
Doctor Number One at Doctor Number says, without a doubt, Chris Kattan, that's tempting. Oh.
So Doctor Number One knows the sore point, knows that Chris Kattan has not been in a good movie yet, has not done anything good in his entire career.
The Roxbury.
Has not done anything good in his entire career.
Check out my friend Mr. Lincoln.
Hey, pretty ladies! Whack, whack. They throw the shakes at the man. Don't worry, we'll clean it up.
So Neil C. at Angel Freak 7, Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, says John Bon Jovi as everyone.
John Bon Jovi was the bomb in Vampires 2.
Or John Bon Jovi is nobody and not even in this
Stop
conversation.
And who the what now? Michael Lee said, I would cast a relatively unknown actor. No baggage. That's not a bad idea either.
Everybody's got baggage.
From Nikki at Pumazili. Let's see. What's with all the Glee DC TV casting? Will they have a musical episode? If you don't know, Flash, which is Grant
Gustin.
Thank you. He was from Glee. Supergirl was just, what do you call it, cast. And she was from Glee. I think there's somebody else, too. I'll tell you one thing. With Flash, you could not have picked a better Barry Allen. He is awesome.
Yeah, and in Glee, he played the villain, too.
Did he?
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
Are you watching The Flash? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm about 2 episodes behind. I think,
okay.
But...
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I might be saying that might be my favorite superhero show of the year so far. S.H.I.E.L.D. is up there. I have to apologize. S.H.I.E.L.D. has been good. Have you watched Agent Carter?
I have not watched that yet. I've got that on the DVR.
I got all the episodes on DVR.
I think I see where they're headed with this, though. They're going to come out with a Superman versus Batman, Dawn of Justice, The Deuce, the musical, and go straight to Broadway to compete with Disney.
Oh, and with Spider-Man, that was the musical.
I'm just saying.
Well, it can't be worse than the Spider-Man musical.
Well, what's the over-under on how many people are going to get paralyzed? Because Spider-Man had like 7.
They didn't really have that many paralyzed.
Well, they had some
injuries. Yeah. I don't think they had anyone paralyzed.
My bad. And it's Superman or Batman v Superman, not versus. How dare us put versus?
V Superman.
In a court of law.
Semicolon. The second. Hashtag the musical.
I think you need Judge Wapner. Boom. Wapner. For Batman v Superman. The rumor is that they're filming two of those movies back to back.
But seriously, I think they're going straight to Broadway with this.
It would intrigue me if they did do Batman v Superman the musical. I might be intrigued to watch it a little bit more.
I mean, they saw, what was it? DC saw how well that, Lion King sold at Broadway. You know,
I'm actually going to that again.
They got to make the
time.
same sales as Marvel, so you got to spread out.
Marvel makes good movies. Damn it, we're doing musicals.
Yeah.
If you can't beat them, pick a different industry.
Just give up.
All right. Yeah, I just pulled up who was playing Supergirl now, and
Yes.
that's a good choice.
Who is it?
Her name's Melissa Benoist.
Okay.
I'm just remembering her from Glee, and I think she will do a real good job.
Okay.
Even though, yeah, she joined Glee when, well, the show got a lot worse than it started with.
Are you watching the final
so
season?
progressed poorly.
I actually, this weekend, I had nothing going on, and I watched an episode of Glee over the weekend, and I was like, wow, this show's a lot worse than it was when I stopped watching it 2 years ago.
Let's see. From Randall Holt, RJ Holt 666. Just saw the official Ghostbusters 3 cast. Should I be interested? Because I'm really not. You're not the only one, Randall. We are getting to that in the geek in News of the Geek.
Yeah. I don't know why we're even getting to it, but
Oh, because we got to talk about it.
Fuck Kristen Wiig.
do we got to talk about it?
Yo, we're going to.
Come on, when there's a chance for me to complain about something, we got to talk about it.
So when Jeff wakes up every morning, he complains about everything. What happened to you? You should be cheery like me.
No. I got nothing there, but no.
From El Hino at Ida Hino. My worst first date movie. This is from a couple weeks ago. We said first date movies. A girl took me to see Blue Velvet in high school. Oof.
Yeah, Blue Velvet. That might be the winner.
Yeah. Starship Troopers is up there too. From Nickel. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, but Blue Velvet on a first date.
Paul, any bad movies you've taken a date to?
I typically don't do the movie thing because most movies are terrible for first dates. It's
Like
you sit
Blue
in a room,
Velvet.
and especially ones I've never. I don't even know who was in it or what it's about.
That is.
It's a David Lynch movie starring.
Who's the old guy?
Oh crap! Forgot his name.
From Easy Rider. Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. Yeah.
There you go. It's a vampire movie.
It's vampires?
No, there isn't. I don't know.
Glisten?
There's a lot of sex in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of sex and a lot of like
Yes,
huffing.
definitely not a hot first date flick. Well, it depends on your
type of.
it depends what kind of girl you're trying to get.
Well, it's
If you're
not.
Warren Sapp, that's a good
It's
first
not
date
romantic
movie.
If you're on
sex.
set,
It's,
that gets you arrested.
Come on, baby! I paid for the movie ticket. Take that off your fee. That's $10 coming off the escort service. Fuck you, Warren Sapp. You're a piece of shit.
Still got the stub.
Allegedly.
Oh, that's the ticket
Allegedly.
you're an alleged piece of shit. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
He must be not in well enough with the NFL Network, like Stephen A. Smith is in
ESPN. Stephen A. Smith has naked pictures of somebody at ESPN. Skip Bayless.
Oh God, I just threw up.
Scott Van Pelt, probably.
He does look like a penis, Scott Van Pelt.
It's probably Chris Berman because I don't know that guy. I think he owns the station because there's no way that they would let him stay on and do everything he does unless he is the one calling the shots.
It's got to be Walt Disney. That's all I'm going to say. He's got pictures of him and Mickey Mouse in a bed. And
He's actually got Walt Disney's frozen head and he's holding it for ransom.
Well, Chris Berman's so funny on his jokes. And his funny names for athletes.
His nicknames, those were funny in 1994.
No, they weren't.
Well, not really.
The only one I thought was funny was Keyshawn throw me the damn ball.
Because that doesn't play off his name like
Yeah.
most of the others.
Anyways.
That and it's too long.
From a couple weeks ago, Hino said, I would have had Forrest Gump as my favorite fictional athlete. Ping pong freak, football player, distance runner extraordinaire. Yes, but then you gotta actually say Forrest Gump is a good movie.
No, you just have to say he was a good he was a good fictional athlete. Don't have to admit that it was from a good movie.
So I think most people from Alabama are good fictional athletes.
So all our Alabama listeners,
Paul at graphicnovice.com. Nick will handle that for us. From
Go Bucks.
Snake Oil Comics SOC podcast. How excited are you for DC finally releasing Batman Earth 1 Volume 2? I'm intrigued. I don't know if I really... It's a good series, the Batman Earth 1 and all that. Good series. I have not gotten into the alternate universes because I kind of feel like they don't count. But I don't know. It's a very well done. Volume 1 was good. So, better than Superman Earth 1 Volume 1. emo Superman back with a hoodie.
That doesn't sound good.
No. So I am excited. I'm a little excited about it. From John Holloway. Good day, mate.
Was that your Blake impersonation?
Yes. Blake impersonated Australian. Me impersonating Blake impersonating Australian.
All right.
Do not be offended, all those at castcloud.net, please.
Castcloud.uk.
Or .uk. Do not be
They're not
offended.
listening to us in Australia.
Oh, they must have dropped off quickly.
If you like Hugh Jackman, there is an ABC miniseries called Corrugate. How do you say that?
Corelli?
Thank you.
There's no G in there. And I'm not got any cardboard. So.
I got speech impediment. Can I go with that?
I got a speech impediment. I make up letters.
That's
I
going to be
can't
on our
read.
next T-shirts.
I can't read and I can't count, but I have a podcast.
You can too.
This is the first. This is the first show he did that brought him to notice in Australia. Written and directed, and starring his future wife. This is where they met. And P.S. When I say ABC, I mean Australian Broadcasting Commission. Little fun fact.
Fun fact for all.
I thought it was another bad creation, but okay.
Ooh. I thought it was.
A Jackson 5 song?
Yeah.
ABC.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. And finally, from Dr. Number 1. Can the double dog down from KFC actually be good? Have you guys seen this thing?
Oh, that is.
No,
it looks
what is
gross.
it? I did not see it. But
It is a hot dog where the bun is replaced with fried chicken.
And then cheese is on it, I think, of some sort.
So it's no better than the chicken sandwich that's got 2 chicken patties with like bacon in the middle.
Yes,
of
it's pretty much the
Where's
same
that
thing,
from?
but with KFC.
KFC.
Oh, okay.
It's the double down. This is the double dog
That's
down.
for those that are carb conscious.
I think the breading on the fried chicken takes away from your carbs.
Well, it's like Arby's. They said they had to, if you go into Arby's, Arby's. I'm so hungry I could eat Arby's.
Ew.
They
Oh,
have-
great. Now they're going to be our sponsor.
I like Arby's, actually.
Upside to everything.
I like their curly fries.
That's about all I like.
Because they're curly.
They do have good curly fries.
But anyways, they have a poster inside the store that is like all the meats, like all the roast beef, turkey, all that
All the
stocked up.
meats.
And it's called, they did it as a joke, like a mountain of meat or whatever. They had to start putting it or authorizing restaurants to sell it for $10 because people were going in asking for it. And
Well, of course they are.
And this thing is like 8 pounds of meat and 2 buns. And if you see it, it's all their meat basically, different styles of meat. And that's what they're asking.
That does not surprise me, given they have shows that are dedicated to like food challenges.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, if
That's like normal
they actually
Thursday.
put that out and didn't expect people to order it, then they
Well, they-
miscalculated.
They did it as a promo, but it's like, come on.
Yeah, but people are going to want it. You put it out there. I want it now.
Well,
if you
my-
build it, they will come.
Well, they built a double dog down, and I don't know if they'll
I
come
don't know
to
if I
that.
want anything from KFC, to be honest.
But
Yeah.
I saw with the KFC dog thing. I saw the meme where they showed the dog, and then they showed Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park with the line. We spent all the time figuring out how to do it. We didn't ever ask ourselves if we should.
If we should do it. My wife did used to work at a fast food joint when she was in high school, and she said that people would come in and ask for like 6 or 7 burger patties with cheese and bacon on a bun, and they had to special order it and then charge them accordingly, and then get a Diet Coke. And it's like, really? At this point, you're going to hit the heart attack button.
Hey, that might be the 4 calories that keep them under the heart attack.
It's not. Let's see. Did Jurassic World trailer on the Super Bowl get you more excited to see the movie? Yes.
Yes.
Less.
Huh?
Oh.
I am less excited to see the movie.
Fuck you. Paul, we're
It
going.
looks terrible.
No, it doesn't.
I'm still on the fence. I'm not excited or not excited. I keep going back to the bad idea a few weeks ago. Why do you combine a T-Rex and a Velociraptor?
Why not?
Because it's going to break free and kill to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to. It's not a good way to make money.
There's no way this ends well.
Yeah, come to our park and get eaten is not a good slogan.
I do like the pterodactyls attacking. That was
Good?
cool.
I mean, what's the tagline here? Did you steal it from Campbell's?
I mean, if your point is to take over the world by breeding creatures, then okay, that's a good idea. If it's to get people to come to your amusement park, bad idea.
So, and then finally, rank them. Oh my God, Paul just sent a picture of the double dog and what it really looks like. That is disgusting.
Oh, you didn't see the picture before?
I've seen the KFC promo.
Oh.
That doesn't look like the KFC
When
promo.
it comes on your plate, it looks like a porn.
It does look like porn. It looks like somebody jizzed on the hot
special
dog.
sauce.
It seriously looks like somebody jizzed on that hot dog.
And then stuck it in a piece of chicken.
Well, the person that jizzed on the hot dog had to have had herpes or something because that's yellow. But
That can't be natural.
yes. Finally, from Dr. Number One, who's outside our studio. Hello.
Oh, that still creeps me out.
Yes, especially when you don't know if he's wearing pants or not.
I know, especially in this cold
I was
weather.
gonna say it's 15 degrees. He's got to put. No, he's got nothing on.
Well, you can't tell he's got a sign there, but
Yeah, the sign says, "Look here."
yes. Looks like there's a glory hole punched in the sign.
Is that an arrow? No.
Well, it's 15 degrees out, so just. He said rank them: Batman and Robin, Superman 3, Hulk by Ang Lee, or the other one. I don't think it really matters. Catwoman, Ghost Rider 2, and Steel.
All right.
So let's do the best of those.
Okay, that's easy.
What?
Of those,
Hulk?
the Hulk is the best of those.
And I hate the Hulk.
The Hulk, I
I'm
didn't
scared.
think the Hulk wasn't
I don't know what to
good,
do here.
but the Hulk wasn't as bad as most people, I think.
I
claim
like
it
that he was trying to do it as a comic book, like those
the
panels.
stylistic.
I just was bored by it.
But I mean, and it was better than any of the other options.
Okay, so Hulk is number 1 as the best.
I think Steel is last.
I put Steel second.
I
put Steel second for one reason: Shaq amuses me, and I never saw the movie.
Oh, you can't do that.
So by default.
I was actually going Ghost Rider 2 next.
No, that's the worst. I have Ghost Rider 2.
Have you seen it?
God, no. It's got Nicolas Cage
I've
in
seen
it.
it. It's not horrible compared to the other ones.
I can't put a movie with Nicolas Cage in it above a movie without Nicolas Cage.
Catwoman has CGI cats.
Yes.
That should be the worst.
How do you get CGI cats when you've got cats everywhere?
They're like feral. Just pick one up.
I got Catwoman as third.
You want
just because you at least get to watch Halle Berry.
You want a cat, dude? I can get you a cat.
I mean, I'm not watching
need
the
to-
CGI cats. I'm watching Halle Berry wearing leather pants.
Again, rent Swordfish. It's a whole lot easier. And
Well,
it's a better
I'll agree
movie.
with you, but Swordfish wasn't one of our options.
Okay, so we got Hulk.
And then nothing else.
Everything else. It's a bucket.
I'm going Ghost. My
Tie.
thing is Ghost Rider 2.
Ghost Rider or Ghost Writer?
Ghost Rider with Bill Cosby. That's creepier. Looking back.
Given the recent.
That wasn't Bill Cosby. You're getting picture pages and Ghost Rider
sorry.
confused.
Picture
Ghost
pages,
Rider was
picture
the
pages.
other CET channel with the Bloodhound Gang.
The band?
They solved mysteries for kids that couldn't afford
Might
cable.
solve a mystery or rewrite history. Woo-hoo.
DuckTales.
Anyways, okay, so my thing is Hulk, Ghost Rider 2.
Ghost?
Yes.
Or
Steel.
Ghost Rider?
God, Steel.
Blue Steel.
Batman and Robin, because that entertains me. How bad? I guess Superman. I guess Superman 3 and then Catwoman. No, I gotta go Catwoman then Superman 3. Superman 3 is unbearable.
Yeah, I went Hulk, then Steel for the reason I explained before. Then Catwoman.
It just
'cause
has Judd Nelson in it, so
at least you got Halle Berry to look at.
that's why it went to number 5 instead of 6 for me.
Then Batman and Robin. You at least got Uma Thurman to look at. Then Superman 3, because at least it doesn't have Nicolas Cage.
And
Then Ghost Rider 2.
Paul, what's yours?
So I went with, Steel was worst. I can't stand Shaq and I can't stand basketball, so he's terrible. So
Terrible.
6 it is. I mean,
Okay.
Kobe Bryant didn't even like him, so...
That's a reason to like him.
Superman, I'm not a fan of anything after the first one because it just got too weird. So
That's
was
number 5,
That was
okay.
my 5. Ghost Rider 2, Nicolas Cage. He's done like a movie that's decent in his life.
Con Air.
Yeah, Con Air.
No, it's not Con Air.
And he brought
Put the bunny down.
God, you're hurting me.
And I think it was his supporting cast that made him good in that.
Oh, yeah. I do think so. John Malkovich. That's awesome.
I was thinking John Cusack.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were all thinking Steve Buscemi.
Oh, yeah. Where a person's head through 3 states as a hat.
Batman, Robin, because default. Catwoman, like you say, Halle Berry, and then Hawk.
And Benjamin Bratt and Catwoman, so...
Yeah, he's a hot dude.
Remember when he was supposed to be the next big thing?
Nope.
He was up there with Scott Speedman as the next big
thing. Yeah, where did that turn out?
Yeah. So if you got feedback, send it to us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter or on our Facebook page at History of Bad Ideas.
Hashtag left field.
Or email.
Email at thehistoryofbadideas@gmail.com.
So many ways to get a hold of us.
That's very wordy.
It is.
That's why it's special.
Why don't you just make it like Hobie at Gmail?
Because we haven't.
Well, you can't. You have to have at least 6 letters.
Yeah. So take that, Ditt-Man.
Hobie PC at...
Okay, don't confuse everybody. It's bad idea.
I tried to get Hobie. It wasn't.
I'm trying to help y'all market your business.
That there's a couple other Hobies out there, like the Home and Office Building Institute or something like that.
Posers.
They are posers.
It's from Ron from the Parks and Rec. He owns it. So there's your listener feedback this week. Riddle me this. Riddle me that. Riddle me this.
Yeah, we really need music, so we never have to hear that again.
Yeah, send it quickly and send it in abundance. Anything.
Please.
Cats screeching. I don't care.
CGI cats. It's all better than that.
CGI cats in leather. We don't care.
In leather? What is this? 50 Shades of Grey cats?
With Halle Berry.
Oh.
All right. Yeah.
I heard Meg from Minions Minute likes 50 Shades of Grey. Anyways, Nikki at Pumazili.
We're going to get angry tweets again.
Nobody likes angry tweets, Mr. Jason.
Nikki says, cast real people as some of the top Muppet characters. We got Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Animal, Gonzo, Fozzie Bear.
Waka waka waka.
And does anyone have Statler and Waldorf?
Yes, I
do.
Okay, I don't, so good. Okay, so basically Riddle Me This is we all get together, we try and figure out who, if you're going to replace these guys with these characters, who, you gotta find the characteristics for the humans that would best suit them. But like I said, every time somebody sends a Riddle Me This, it could be different characters, it could be real people, it could be, replace Firefly class with the Avengers, all that stuff. Anyways, moving on. I did a horrible job at that. Kermit the Frog, who do we got here?
All right, I'll start off with Kermit the Frog.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. It's got to be a funny, amusing person, but that can play the straight man really well. So I decided a Jerry Seinfeld-ish type person. So
Seinfeld actually would not be bad.
So I think about some of the skits that Kermit's had, his news reporter types. So I went Brian Williams.
Oh,
the action.
Because he does a lot of the funny stuff with like Jimmy Fallon, but he also can do a lot of serious stuff.
I could just see Brian Williams standing there on Sesame Street.
And his voice kind of...
Him talking about while stupid things are going on behind him. That's
and his daughter is in Girls on HBO, and in the premiere episode of season 4, she got her ass eaten out on TV.
But we're talking about Kermit the Frog.
I'm talking about Brian Williams' daughter.
Brian Williams' daughter.
His daughter is attractive. Anyways.
And she was in Peter Pan live.
Let's move on. Anyways, so you got Brian Williams. I got Adam Scott from Parks and Rec.
Okay.
He plays a good straight man.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Kind of the same reason I picked Seinfeld, I think.
I had Chris Pratt.
As Kermit?
Yeah.
I don't think he has enough serious.
Okay, I like Brian Williams better. Shut the fuck up, everyone.
Yeah, I think we're going with Brian Williams.
I did have one person did send in some feedback, your listener feedback. This is David. He had Jack McBriar from 30 Rock.
Oh, God, no.
Well, he said he thought he would make a good one. I don't like 30 Rock to begin with, so it doesn't matter.
You thought wrong.
Oh, wow.
Jack McBriar should never be seen again, and I like Kermit the Frog, so I can't do that to Kermit.
So we are agreeing on Brian Williams?
Brian Williams. Write it down. Brian Williams is our Kermit the Frog.
Long time, first time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Miss Piggy. Anybody?
I picked the most obnoxious...
I think we're going to be on the same page here.
Well...
She a succubus? Okay, moving on.
I went with Delta Burke.
Oh! That's a good
I
one.
went kind of out there, but kind of in the box.
I went the other annoying factor.
Roseanne Barr?
Kim Kardashian.
No, she doesn't have a... Well, she does, but she doesn't have a weight problem.
Yeah. Well, I didn't necessarily take weight problem into my consideration. I took somebody who everything is about me and the diva.
That's why I went with Kardashian.
Yeah, I went with Mariah Carey.
Ooh, that's a good one, too.
But when Paul started speaking about, everyone who's annoying or whatnot, I'm like, oh, did everyone pick Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell's a good one. So do we like Rosie O'Donnell or Delta Burke? I do like Mariah Carey, though, too.
I think Delta Burke would play her. I mean, I'm just picturing her designing woman character, and I'm like, that's Miss Piggy. Paul, you're schooling us.
Butter, I am on a roll.
Okay, Animal.
Okay, Animal, the musician that no one can understand. I picked Ozzy Osbourne.
I did not go the musician route. I went the train wreck route. Charlie Sheen. Okay, you know what?
So I went two different spots. So I have an artist and I went political. So
political.
Get Blake.
So I go back to the Iowa caucus. Howard Dean.
Yeah! South Carolina! Then DC!
And Steven Tyler.
Ooh. Well, I like the Howard Dean version. Just because I can say, yeah!
So you could...
And I just see Animal going, just banging on shit. And then...
Or, because I like the yeah, because it's close to yeah! From CSI Miami.
That's probably why you like
Where's
it.
Blake? Blake?
Blake's not here. Yeah! I can't do as well as Blake.
Yeah. No. I kind of like his. I like Ozzy Osbourne.
I'm leaning towards Ozzy.
Crazy Train, we could do that.
I like that one.
Crazy Train. That's what we'll even call him.
Okay, so Gonzo, I actually have a good one.
I do too.
Mine is Aziz Ansari from Parks and Rec.
Aziz Ansari?
I'm sorry, thank you.
It's okay, you don't have to apologize.
As Gonzo?
Yes!
Please explain.
I think he's crazy enough character. If he plays as Tom from Parks and Rec, he's always trying to get attention. He does wild stunts, and he is funny. So I'm going with him.
Okay.
I went along those lines, but I gave it to Jerry Seinfeld. Because he's got the nose to go with it.
I went along the lines of Gonzo is always going out doing the stupid, most outlandish stunts possible.
Hence Tom from Parks and Rec.
Oh, come on. He hasn't done a physical stunt at all. I'm talking Steve-O. Or pretty much anybody from Jackass.
I never want to mention I never want anybody on Jackass on my team.
Well, it's not a team, but...
your team.
Sorry.
I'm just saying.
Team.
Steve is not bad.
Gonzo's getting shot out of cannons and doing all these stunts. I mean, that's the entire premise of the show Jackass. I mean, Gonzo's the original Jackass.
David did send in Seth Rogen was his pick because he's doing this crazy shit. So, okay, so what do we got here? We got Aziz. Oh, never mind. Fuck you all. And then we got, who's your pick, Paul?
Seinfeld.
Okay, and then we got...
Steve-O.
What do we got here, people?
Unless you'd rather have Johnny Knoxville, but Steve-O does the stupider things.
I don't want Steve-O.
And I could see him trying to make love to a chicken.
Okay, you sealed it, Steve-O.
License registration, chicken fucker.
I'll call the guy a chicken fucker. Don't do that, Farfra. Okay, you know what? Because you said that, I'm going with Steve-O. Democracy, 2 out of 3. Ain't bad. Fozzie Bear, waka, waka, waka.
So my first choice on that was Bill Murray.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
But Bill Murray actually tells funny jokes. Oh, wait, no.
For the most part. They're those delayed humor jokes sometimes. Like, people look at him kind of weird. Or Bob Hope.
Oh, God. Fuck Bob Hope. Oh, gee. Not literally, because he's dust. But, fuck that. Okay, I had Dane Cook, because he's not funny.
Oh.
It used to be.
And then his second album came out.
Yeah. And
then the third joke on his first album came out.
I think this might be the most perfect one, and this came again from David. Okay. Jay Leno. Because he tells bad jokes. He's cliched. I like Jay Leno. Yeah, not literally Jay Leno. I like him as Fozzie Bear. Waka, waka, waka.
I picked Steve Carell just because, especially a Michael Scott type character, where he tells bad jokes, and it's so awkward, and you can't help but laugh because they're so bad.
Yeah.
But I could lean towards Jay Leno.
Paul, what do you think?
Or it could be the current Adam Sandler.
Fuck Sandler. He does not have a place on this podcast. Fuck him.
Wow.
I want Jay Leno. Come on, give me Jay Leno.
We'll give you Jay Leno.
I didn't come up with anything else better. And that's not even mine. It's David's. Damn it!
Wow.
And Statler and Walter, the critics.
Yeah. I thought of two. First off, I thought, okay, two grumpy old men sitting around complaining about everything. That sounds like me and Jason.
Yes, that's a good one. I like it.
But then I also thought two people sitting around making fun of everything else that's going on. So I went with Joel Hodgson and Mike Nelson from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I went with a duo that, quite frankly, I found annoying all the time. But they always have ignorant views on everything. John Madden and Pat Summerall.
Done! Done! Done!
Oh, I shouldn't have started drinking a beer when you started talking.
Well done! And Paul wins the internet.
Two grumpy men that don't even know what they're talking about. I like that.
When he gets in the end zone, that's a touchdown.
And this is where he goes punches through the a-hole.
You can't say that on TV, John.
St. Louis Rams, they've scored 27 straight points. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Well, they've been unanswered.
Considering NFL announcers and how pointless they are. We were watching the Super Bowl and it was the pregame, and they were talking to. I think they were going around the table on NBC. I think it was that had the game, and they were saying, what's going to make Seattle win this game? And my response was, like everybody, they have to score more points. Yeah. And my wife looks at me and goes, and this is why you're not an announcer. And then they go, what does New England have to do? I said, score more points. I just want to see an announcer say that. Madden did.
Madden would. But he had the money that he could.
Yes. And now he's in charge of Oakland somehow. Or he's an advisor.
You and I could be in charge of Oakland.
That's true.
And we're talking the city and the team.
I would not want to go to Oakland. Apologies to Oakland. Send your complaints to Blake at Graphic Novice.
Yes.
Anyways.
All right, we're going to do our rundown of our Muppets here.
Yes, Kermit the Frog is Brian Williams. Miss Piggy, I like Brian Williams. I did see him in Sesame Street. Now
I keep hearing his voice. It's so similar to Kermit when I first thought of that. It was like that low tone.
Miss Piggy is Delta Burke. Animal is Ozzy Osbourne. Gonzo is Steve-O. Fozzie Bear, Waka 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 is Jay Leno. And his chin. Statler and Walter is John Madden and Pat Summerall. Well done with that.
Yay!
I put a lot of thought into that, fellas. So.
If you got a team you want us to recast, send it over to us, and we'll be more than happy to do that. Or if you want a team to draft, let us know. We haven't done a draft day in a couple weeks.
It's been a while since we've done a draft day.
Been a while.
No, please, no, don't. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, according to HitFix, the cast of the all-female Ghostbusters is set. This is for you, Randall Holt. Melissa McCarthy from Mike and Molly. Kristen Wiig from Bridesmaids and every other shitty thing she did. Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live and Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live. They're not playing the new versions of Spangler, Stan, Zedmore, and Venkman. It's a complete remake with no connection to the original Ghostbusters films. As Sony, who, as we have seen, does great judgment on movies.
Oh, yes.
Would like original Ghostbuster Bill Murray to play the villain, to which Bill Murray has not responded, probably.
Well, Bill Murray never responds.
No.
Bill Murray either shows up when it's time to film or he's not there. So they need to have a second person waiting in the wings.
Kristen Wiig will play Erin Garber, a published author on the subject of paranormal. She works at Columbia University. Yay. Leslie Jones is playing Abby Bergman, who co-authored the book with Garber. But since publication, the two friends had a falling out and went their separate ways. And Abby more actively chased ghosts, a la Ghost Hunters. Ooh. So she makes things up.
No. She walks by and says, "Do you feel that?"
I think I heard something. Oh, I see a spot of dust. I mean, what is that?
Check the EMPs.
Yes. Kate McKinnon is playing Abby Bergman's new partner, Jillian. Melissa McCarthy is playing Patty, and this is a big stretch for Melissa McCarthy. a New York City subway worker who stumbles across the main supernatural thread in the film. I bet you she's goofy. I bet you she yells at the people on her subway train. I bet you she does.
I bet she jumps on the back of somebody's shoulders or something and like tries to strangle them.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and I bet you Kristen Wiig isn't funny.
Oh, well, that's not a stretch. The Super Bowl block is just one. It's just that.
I see this and I think about, I get like inclusion and equal right, and that's the way it feels here. Like they're just trying to make it, I don't know, marketable towards young women or girls or whatever. It just
I
feels
have
like
no problem with it being an all-female thing, but I feel like Sony's trying too hard. Like, look at us, we're so cool. We have an all-female cast. Can't you just make characters like that are good?
It's like the opposite of Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers isn't trying, and then
yes, Sony is like, really. They're kind of like the girl that you kind of say hi to, and then she's like, really, you want to go out? Or the guy that is the same way.
Really? Ooh, Kristen Wiig. She's like got a famous name. Do you think we can get her?
And Kristen Wiig's like, I have nothing going on.
She's on board. What are you doing Thursday?
Let's see. Sony wants Peter Dinklage to play the main villain. And that's what we talked about a couple of weeks ago. He gets electrocuted, and that's what starts the whole thing that he comes back from the death penalty. It's like Shocker.
I'm uninterested.
Yeah.
To answer you, Randy, yes, you shouldn't be interested.
Sony wants Bill Murray to play a character named Martin Heiss, a man who's a professional supernatural debunker who's out to prove that the Ghostbusters are frauds. Okay.
I want Bill Murray to take me out for a night of drinking and partying.
Yes.
I think we both got the same odds on this.
Bill Murray, we want you to come to Hobie. Come on.
Yes. Yeah. Open invitation.
Let's get the hashtag trending, Murray for Hobie.
Ooh.
Hashtag
and matter of fact, whenever you want to, we'll adjust our schedule to do so.
Yes.
We may even travel a couple miles to do this.
Toledo, maybe. Toledo, Ohio.
I hear it's a good vacation destination.
It is. They have Frank's Wiener Barn up there. Beautiful spot.
Hey, we'll be willing to go to Chicago for you.
Oh, Bill. Yeah. Murray for Hobie. Come on, people. Trend it. Fantastic Four. Oh, yeah. And again, my 2 cents. Yeah, I'm not interested either. So it's a three-way. No.
It's not a three-way. This is a three-person agreement on that nobody is interested. Jason and his three-ways are not here.
Maybe. Fantastic Four trailer was released last week. Anybody had thoughts on it?
I actually was very intrigued by it.
It looks more sci-fi.
It looks like there's a story. Instead
let's just calm it down, maybe. Maybe there will be.
Instead of just superheroes running around for the sake of superheroes running around, there's a story that involves people that get superpowers, so I'm a little intrigued.
So my question is this a reboot? Or
yes.
Okay.
Complete reboot.
So this is tied in with Disney's version, right? And I only ask that because the Marvel the Marvel lead-in is the same Marvel like...
They still have that, but it's not connected to theirs. It's actually, if anything, it will be connected to the X-Men because it's the same studio.
Because it's Fox.
Yeah, and Fox has said that they want to do a team-up between X-Men and Fantastic Four because they really want to just fuck over everything.
I don't know. They made a couple different X-Men versus Fantastic Four comic books. All they have to do is just film one of them.
It's easier said than done. Come on, let's go.
It's one of those opportunities where I think that if the theaters work or the organizations work together, it could be a really big moneymaker.
Yes.
But I feel like they're going to completely fuck this up.
But it's not Sony, so there's still hope.
That's true. It's not Sony. It's Fox. That's all days of future past.
I liked it. I don't know.
I did think after I saw the Fantastic Four trailer, I went, did they make a sequel to Interstellar? Because this looks pretty close to Interstellar. I'm intrigued by it. I think it looks better than the first two Fantastic Fours.
Doesn't take much, but yes.
It doesn't, but it looks better. It looks more science fiction. And they said the reports were Fox was mad because the director who did Chronicle was making it more Chronicle-like. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah. So you hired the director because you liked his vision in this movie he did, and now you're upset that the movie he's doing for you is somewhat similar to the movie he proved to you that he could do?
Did you see Chronicle?
No, I actually haven't heard of it until like 2 weeks ago when we talked about it on this podcast.
You need to see it. Check Netflix. It's really well done. Have you seen Chronicle, Paul?
I have not.
It's a good movie. You should review that next time.
Chronicle is our next review.
Let's see here. Nerdist has reported the main cast for the in-the-works TNT show Titans has been found by a leaked casting call. Dick Grayson is the featured character on the series.
Yes.
We all knew that. He'll start the series as Robin, specifically working as a detective in Boston following a split with Batman, which is, I guess, like the DC 52, the new 52. Barbara Gordon is slated to be part of the series, not using the name Oracle, but she's going to be in a wheelchair. She is wheelchair bound in the pilot script, and the team's resident computer hacker.
So she's playing Oracle without the name Oracle.
Let's call her Oracle, people. Yeah. Hawk and Dove, which shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah, because they've never been in Teen Titans, have they?
The Hank Hall and Don Granger incarnations. Yeah. Also playing Titan members. They're quite different from the comic book, and other than being in a romantic relationship with each other. I'm not a big Hawk and Dove fan, but it'd be interesting to see them in it.
Yeah, and that's what I love. It's because it's like Hawk and Dove was originally two guys, and then whatever happened then became two women, and then the one guy and the one woman during one of the crises then came out of the crisis as the pairing of Hawk and Dove.
And Hawk is the man, right?
I would hope so.
And I think in the New 52 he's actually homosexual too.
Whoa!
I think they did have him as homosexual.
Well, then he wouldn't be having a romantic relationship with the female, then, would he?
Maybe that was from the old Hawk and Dove when there was the two guys.
I don't know. Yeah,
they did something with the 52 that I thought they said that he was homosexual in it. Which is fine. It's just, it would be an interesting dynamic.
Well, it'd be fine except for the fact that they're except for the fact that they're having a romantic relationship.
True.
With
Raven, who I've always kind of liked.
Oh, Raven's my favorite character from Titans.
And Starfire, who I'm not really a big fan of. She's an alien in it. She's are said to be on tap as part of the show. Raven is reportedly taking cues from the writer Jeff Johns' mid-2000s run on Teen Titans, which is good. Let's see. Per Nerdist, Starfire and Raven will debut at the end of the pilot. So, I'm intrigued by Titans. I don't know how they're going to do it, though. I don't know if I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah, it's intriguing because most of the people from Titans originally, or the Teen Titans, were the child sidekicks of the main superheroes. So when it first started, it was pretty much your Kid Flash and obviously Robin and
Animal Boy,
and
what's the Animal Boy guy?
Beast Boy?
Beast Boy, yeah.
I think he was added later. I don't think he was original.
He wasn't original.
Yeah. But the originals were all the sidekicks, like Speedy or Arsenal or whatever it became. Yeah, and Kid Flash and Wonder Girl or whatever they called her, and so it was just all the teenage versions of your main superheroes. Then they added in like Raven and Beast Boy.
I'm kind of upset they were not going to do a crossover with Franklin and Bash. Oh, that's TBS. I'm sorry, and that was canceled. My bad. Damn it.
That would be cool though, because then you get Zach Morris coming on as whatever he's playing.
Let's see.
Mark Paul Gosselaar will always be known as Zach Morris.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm intrigued by it. I'm excited. Trailer promos for the Super Bowl. Anybody want to talk about them? We talked Jurassic World. Heroes Reborn was kind of fun.
Unless, because I didn't see it during Super Bowl, so I looked online and it was just a 20-second.
It was just 20-second thing, but it was kind of fun to see. And Zachary Levi.
What? Huh?
Did you see that one?
No, I didn't.
That's
see
the
that.
Uncut version. I guess they cut. You probably saw the cut version.
I saw the one that had.
The uncut version is you see horn rim glasses, and then it pans back, and then Zachary Levi has binoculars, and he pulls them down. And he's looking at both of them.
Ah, I did not see that.
I think he's going to be the bad guy. I think is what they said.
You gonna save the cheerleader?
So that's Chuck?
Save the world?
Chuck, yeah. Save the cheerleader, save the world. I hope so, because they didn't do that enough.
Well, no, that was actually good. I mean,
Great
that was
first season.
Yeah, especially the first half of the first season.
Yes. So after that,
I think my main thing was the Terminator.
Oh.
Why are we? Why? Just why? That's I'm gonna leave it at that. Why? There's so many finishes to that, but why?
They're doing a X-Men Days of Future Past rebooting the timeline. Is what they're doing with the movie. So now they can. Schwarzenegger will be gone after this one, in theory. And then they're going to do a new timeline, is what they said.
He's the only reason the franchise exists. How do you reboot? What are you doing?
He's like
I don't even know what you're doing over there.
He's like Kristen Wiig. I'm not doing anything. You want to make a movie? Yeah, let's do
I need
Terminator.
money to pay off my wife because I slept with the babysitter and I got an 18-year-old in
Is
child
he officially
support.
divorced from Maria Shriver?
I don't know, but I'm sure there's a bill.
I don't know. She's a Kennedy. She's got her own money.
That's fine, but more money is good too.
I think she's Skeletor. He-Man, I will gonna get you.
Or does he got to pay off so that like Miley Cyrus doesn't keep dating his son?
Yeah, did you see that?
That's
they
a
told the
disaster.
son that if he keeps dating Miley Cyrus, they're cutting him off from the trust fund.
Seriously?
Yes.
Arnold treats that as a cost savings. He doesn't have to pay child support then.
Well, my comment is
Now, this is the illegitimate son or the real son?
real son,
Oh,
real
okay.
son. And if I was that son, I would be like, "You fucked the maid. Give me my fucking trust fund. You have no reason to make a good decision, Dad."
What he has to do is marry Miley Cyrus and take her money.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
And then her dad and her aunt's money.
I was gonna say Billie Jean. That's not it. Billy Ray.
Billy Ray, and isn't Dolly Parton her like godmother or something?
Oh God.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can we not bring up Dolly Parton?
No, we always have to bring up Dolly Parton.
Mr. 9 to 5, that's your girl.
I will say that
At
my son is
12
hooked
or
on that
40.
song. Working 9 to 5. And unfortunately, he's also hooked on Taylor Swift. Shake It Off.
Oh, that's terrible.
I hate
But you'd
Taylor
think
Swift.
after as many times as Jason sang that song on the air, it'd be at least in tune.
Nope.
Oh God! Have you ever heard me sing anything?
That's an unfortunate reality
Yes.
I have.
I do remember karaoke singing Bon Jovi on the cruise ship we were
Yes,
on.
yes, me and you. And we sang at the Columbus Blue Jackets game one night,
Oh, yeah. Well,
overlooking the pier or piers.
we were exiting the game, and we were like up on the
Private
balcony
suite area.
and we're overlooking everybody, and they're playing this music, so we're like screaming at the top of our lungs, and people are down
Just
down
looking
below,
at us, waving. We're
and-
singing.
Yeah, get naked.
We're like Hobie's in the house. Anything else? Did you have anything on the Super Bowl trailers or anything?
No, because like I said, I didn't even pay attention to them.
I think in general this year's Super Bowl was uninteresting, from commercial to game to...
Not enough dead kids die. Not enough kids dying in
It
commercials.
was the most depressing commercials ever.
Yeah, I haven't even seen this commercial.
I'll show you that after the
I
show.
lost my dog and I lost my kid. Oh, by the way, my team lost on a stupid play. what happened? I mean, the most depressing, deflated Super Bowl ever.
All I know is I was watching something like the next day, and they were talking about ranking the Super Bowl commercials or the best one. And they said, and without a surprise, this is the best commercial. And it was the Budweiser one with the horses and the dog or whatnot.
I didn't think it was that
and
great.
I'm like,
It was fun.
I'm
fine.
like, that's a terrible commercial.
It's the least depressing of the 30.
Yes, it was the least
That's what I'm like.
depressing.
If that's the best, then I'm a little scared at what they put out.
Everybody was raving about the Rex Ryan Tony Romo commercial with Pizza Hut. Did you see that one?
I saw that one
I don't
days
watch
earlier.
anything
Yeah, he kept-
Tony Romo.
He kept throwing the red flag, and it was like that wasn't even that good.
No, well, I can't buy anything from Pizza Hut now because I hold the rule that if you put out a commercial so bad or pay someone who I really dislike that much to be in your ad, then I will not support
Who's
you.
that?
Rex Ryan.
Oh, okay. I thought I gave you the poops.
That's another reason.
That's another reason not to eat there. But
Great, there goes Pizza Hut.
But-
If he says that on the air, it's awkward.
when you
It's
pay
strictly
Rex
Rex
Ryan, when you pay Rex Ryan to do your commercials, what you're essentially telling me is we don't want your business.
I don't think there was enough toe sucking
So it's
in that
like the
commercial.
Bengals starting Andy Dalton.
Hey!
Well, yeah.
Again, my comment. The P&G run like a girl, throw like a girl. Okay, after having a daughter, I thought it was very well done. I liked it. But again, my comment was I wouldn't be insulted by saying I throw like a girl. I throw like a Dalton. Then I'm insulted.
Well, my thing with that was it's not a new campaign. It's like a year and a half old. So
Yeah.
it's like, how are you saying this is new?
But I can't say anything bad because somebody I work with, their wife was in charge of that campaign, so we need to be nice. And it was a nice campaign. I liked it.
Oh, well, way to go, wife
Coworker.
of coworker.
Yay,
Yay.
coworker.
They're a friend of the show. Anyway,
Way to
so
go, friend of the show, wife of coworker.
Now sponsored by Throw Like a Girl.
always.
Always Throw Like a Girl. That's awkward.
Well, we're definitely not sponsored by Pizza Hut now. So
There's upside to everything.
And the greatest thing that I've seen all year, even though it's only 2 months old, not even that,
it's a month and 2 days old.
Exploding Cats, the card game.
Exploding Kittens.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kittens. Exploding Kittens, the card game. Exploding Kittens, designed by Ellen Lee, Shane Small, and illustrated by Matthew Inman, which I guess he does the popular comic site The Oatmeal, has blown up Kickstarter. The campaign launched on January 19th, and Exploding Kittens,
Exploding Kitchens. No.
Kittens has attracted more than 120,000 backers, a record for Kickstarter. and they've contributed more than $5 million to a game they have never seen. The best part is the initial fundraising goal was $10,000.
They wanted $10,000. They are now almost over $5.25 million.
Yes.
Shut the front door.
In the first 8 minutes of the campaign, it was 1,000% funded in the first hour. 1,000%.
They got $1 million, I think, 7 hours in.
They originally had a game. The creators had a game called Bomb Squad. The game is essentially a highly strategic, kitty-powered version of Russian roulette.
It's that you draw a card and you don't want the exploding kitten card. Now there's other cards you can play if you do get an exploding kitten card, or you skip it or you make your opponents draw extra cards. But it's a simple press your luck type card game.
They said the creators thought the game required enough skill and strategy to get people excited, but they both agreed it lacked something. So it was during a vacation that Inman suggested Exploding Kittens as alternatives to bombs. And this is all from Newsweek. Sorry, guys. Cite the source. Eventually, the cats evolved into animals that killed, just being cats.
Yeah.
And the cats can be defused with catnip sandwiches, a laser pointer, which is the funniest thing I've seen, or belly rubs, or diverted with action cards that involve the powers of back hair, goat wizards, and magical enchiladas.
Yes. If you've ever read any of the comics or whatnot from the Oatmeal, it's kind of got that same humor, and the illustrator or whatever does the comics there. So it's very lighthearted, very funny,
And I think it's playing on the people's infatuation with cat. Grumpy cat, cat names.
Yeah. Nobody like cats.
They're just
Strike
blowing
while the
them up.
iron's hat.
Stephanie McCoy, nobody likes cats. Sorry, listener.
And then they're not saying they're going out and strapping bombs to cats. What they're saying is cats, being in their inquisitive nature, will run across a keyboard, which launches a nuclear war. Or choose on the cable, which causes an explosion.
Are we getting this game to play?
I think I have to.
You think it's going to be at Gen Con?
I don't know if it will be printed by Gen Con.
Have you contributed it yet?
Not yet.
Are you going to?
Probably.
Okay, when does it come out?
Let's see. They got 16 days left of funding.
Oh my god, it's going to be 10 What are they doing with this $5 million? They only needed 10,000.
But you set a date. On Kickstarter, you set a date.
I get that. But what are they going to do extra now with $5 million?
Well, every deck you have to continue to print. It's not like...
I understand that, but...
They're making a lot of money is what they're doing with it.
Everybody better get a kitten. A real kitten with
well,
a bomb.
what they did was you got... There are two different decks you can get now. The regular one and the not safe for work deck.
Bring it.
It looks like July. Yeah, it's supposed to come out by July, so it should be ready for Gen Con.
Cool. Maybe it'll be out faster than that Destiny game, or what was that game?
Paradox?
Paradox. Still waiting for that.
You're my density.
Yeah, that was what last July. They said, "Oh, we'll probably kickstart at the end of the summer." Come on, Paradox, we really want this game.
If you're an indie around indie this year in July 29th, I think Whoopi will be at Gen Con. So
it's that early?
July 29th, I think it is.
Okay, I knew it was usually in August. Yeah. I thought it would. Okay, so it's
July 29th through August 1st, I think it is. So if you're in there, hit us up. We'll be there. And speaking of that, we got a free swag. So we want to thank the makers of Agenda, the game. It's a brand new game. I don't even think it's been released yet. It's just kind of...
No, I don't think it is. Yeah,
it's coming out soon.
Is it Socialist Agenda?
It's great.
It says on the front, Socialist Agenda.
Environmentalist.
Oh.
Basically, it's a new game we got.
I'm all about agendas.
It's the agendagame.com. And basically, you take a political party, the conservative, corporate, environmentalist, liberal, libertarian, moralist, and socialist. And basically,
I want to be on when y'all play this on air.
I don't know if we're going to be playing this on air, but you can come over and play it with us.
Well, we need to play it. We'll record it, maybe get a couple minutes of snippets, and then give our opinions.
And basically, you sharpen your political awareness, and basically, you're trying to run this camp.
Blake is not allowed in.
You're running a campaign, and you guys see if your political agenda is going to change based on people bribing you and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're trying to win the game, and you're trying to get, I suppose, your candidate elected.
Yes.
So do you keep your morals?
Jason
or do
has
you,
zero morals.
Well, yeah, Jason doesn't have any morals, so we know how that'll go. But do you To win the game, will you change what you believe in for victory?
Oh, I'm pumped. I would change anything for victory. I'll change victory for
I
victory.
do like that there's a scandal card. I like that. A propaganda card.
Why do you got a lumberjack and not Joe the
That's a
plumber?
libertarian.
Oh. I
The
thought it was
libertarian's a lumberjack?
I'm a lumberjack. Yes,
Oh, come on.
The moralist is a priest card. Priest-looking card. Jeff's going to be a moralist, I think.
I'd like feedback now,
no.
better characters.
I gotta look at the characters.
Yeah. So thank you, the Agenda Game. We
Yeah,
are
that
going to
sounds
review
cool.
this in the next couple weeks. We're going to play it and see. My wife is actually really excited about playing this game. You can play 2 to 7 players.
All right.
2 to 7.
2 to 7
Oh, not
players.
27.
No, not 27. There's
Up
only
to 27 players!
You can see them
You've got a
at
quorum.
the Agenda Game, AGENDA game.com. So yes, thank you guys for sending that to us. We will be looking at it. It is released, I think, this summer.
Okay.
And they are going to be at Gen Con as well.
So we'll get together. We'll get together and play this and give a review.
Yes.
But in the meantime, you can go check it out and see what you think of it yourselves, and then tune in. I can't say next week because we
It'll probably be about 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Sometime in the next month when we can actually get together and play it.
Yes. So there's your news of the geek.
The owner of the white sedan, you've left your headlights on. The owner of the blue SUV, everybody can see you doing the dirty in there. The owner of the black pickup truck, stop looking into the blue SUV and instead check out the Tangent Bound Network, full of funny podcasts for everyone's taste. Better yet, have your own podcast. You can host it for free on the Tangent Bound Network. The owner of the blue SUV, you have to inflate the doll first. Check out tangentboundnetwork.com.
That is a promo for our new, another new one that Hobie is on. It's Tangent Bound Network.
Yes, you can now find us on, I'm assuming, tangentbound.com?
Tangentboundnetwork.com.
Tangentboundnetwork.com.
So a lot of good podcasts are over there. Snake Oil is over there.
Yeah,
And so
Snake
come
Oil
on over.
Comic Podcast.
Yes.
Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks are over there.
So take a look, Tangent Bound Network. We're also on Geek Life Radio.
Geek Life. Hopefully we'll be on at 9 a.m.
Eastern, 10 a.m. Central.
On Friday mornings.
Yes. Or actually 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. Let's try that again. We had a little issue last week, but we'll be back on this week.
Hopefully.
Stitcher, So Network. iTunes. Castcloud.uk for our European listeners.
Yes, we love you, Europe.
UK, you guys are rocking. So a little shout out to you guys. And always our original and most loved Musings of a Geek Network.
Yes.
So
musingsofageek.com.
And we may be on another network radio channel here in a couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. We are growing, motherfuckers.
Woo!
So
I'm growing in my pants right now.
I want to sit on the other side of the table.
I'm scared. Okay, so
Well, all this news has got me so excited.
I'm so excited. I just can't hide it.
I'm so scared. Oh, I'm sorry. Saved by the Bell throwback.
And on that note, we're done with the promos.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
This week at the box office, The Loft debuted in 10th place at $2.8 million.
A 10?
Hey, it's been on the shelf for almost 2 years, so yeah, that's kind of where you expect it to come out.
This is the one that the guys get their own special loft for all their extramarital affairs, and then one of the women ends up dead.
And then a dead hooker shows up. Or,
dead mistress, something.
It sounds dumb.
It looks awful. Take a drink.
Another bomb, Mortdecai.
Woo! Johnny Depp.
What's this? Is its second week, made $1.4 million.
In a row?
So that paid Johnny Depp for
an hour?
An hour
Maybe.
worth, yeah. Oh, so it's up to $6.8 million on a $60 million budget.
I can say that could be a bomb.
Oh, Lord. Blackhat. $114,000.
Yes.
I mean, it couldn't even get $500,000.
Exploding Kittens made more than that in one day.
Exploding Kittens made more than that in an hour.
Exploding Kittens, I think, is over the total with 7.8.
Close. It is close.
Exploding Kittens is only at $5.25 million. So
it's going in 16 days. It's going to top Blackhat and Mortdecai.
So yeah, 16 days tops 8 weeks of work.
Now I'm gonna have to keep a note of that.
Yeah,
what makes more money in the month?
Exploding Kittens.
That's a new part. What makes more money? Best Kickstarter idea right now, or box office bomb of the week?
You think Michael Mann will direct the Exploding Kittens movie?
No.
So when does Angry Birds the movie come out?
Next year. And I'm not kidding.
Yeah, it is in production.
That was a joke.
Yes, it is coming out.
Son of a bitch.
Because I like Angry Birds.
Let's get to top 5. We're gonna move on.
Okay, at the box office. What?
Oh.
Are we getting live tweeted?
That's not me.
Oh. At the box office, the weekend of January 30th through February 1st, also known as Super Bowl weekend, American Sniper, $32 million. That's respectable in its third week and a weekend where people are too busy partying for football. $58 million budget, so it's almost $200 million in the black.
That asshole Jesse Ventura get any of that money?
I hope to God Jesse Ventura doesn't get any money from anything.
Except for Predator.
No. Oh my God. It's been like
here
forever.
Comes the rant.
It's been like forever since I saw Predator, like when it first came out, and I remember not liking it then. A couple weeks ago, it was on, and I started watching it, and it was worse than I remember.
No,
are you sure that wasn't Predator 2 with Danny Glover?
No, that was bad. That was bad.
It wasn't Predator 2.
That was terrible.
Or at least I hope it was. Well, it might have been Predator. I don't know. All I know is a guy got
Are you sure it was Predator, not Con Air?
A guy got his arm shot off.
Do you know what you're watching?
That might have been Predator 2. Oh, no, that's Predator 1.
Yeah, the cable box said Predator, and I'm like, okay, I give it a harsh time, so let's see how it is. I went, oh my God, this is worse than I remember.
Did it have Topher Grace? Because that's Predators.
If you want worse, watch Action Jackson.
Oh, bad.
But that's got to be good.
No.
You've never seen Action Jackson?
I've never seen Action
How about
Jackson.
Jumpin' Jack
Carl
Flash?
Weathers, yes.
How about Jumpin' Jack Flash with Whoopi? That was
I'm
bad.
a little black woman in a big silver box.
Is that in Jumpin' Jack Flash?
I think that was Jumping Jack Flash.
Oh, I thought you were doing the impersonation of Police Academy, Hooks.
Oh. Don't move, dirtbag! Well, apparently my Whoopi sounds like Hooks.
Wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. My Whoopi sounds like hookers? Wait a minute, what did you say?
My Whoopi sounds like Hooks is the title of the episode.
My Whoopi sounds like Hooks.
Good job.
When looking for action, Jackson, my Whoopi sounds like Hooks.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, enough laugh time. Second this week was Paddington, everyone's least favorite bear.
All right, this should have been made 20 years ago.
Maybe.
40 years ago?
Okay, so we were on the back end of it.
It's like them making a movie of Popeye that comes out next year. Why? Who watches Popeye? Nobody knows Popeye.
Hashtag reboot.
No, 100 years later.
Just stop. Stop. Paddington ain't going to make $65 million. Just stop.
Is that 50.5 total?
Right. People are stupid.
And that's just domestically. In England, it's probably huge.
Huge!
Because that's where Paddington takes place, so they like it.
Yeah, it also took place 50 years ago.
Good point.
People are stupid is what we're getting at.
Project Almanac made $8.5 million in its opening week on a budget of $12 million.
I'm intrigued. Time travel movie?
And again, that one's been shelved for a while.
Yeah,
like,
a year and a half or so.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years since we saw a preview for it.
I think we saw a preview on Spider-Man 2 with the Sam Raimi movies.
I don't think it was that far, but then again, $8.5 million, a little better than $2.8 million that The Loft did.
Or 114,000 Blackhat did.
But that was in its third week of release.
It's already made more than Blackhat and Mortdecai.
Oh, yeah, it has. Black or White, do I know this one? That made $6.5 million on another
That's the one
budget.
Blake was talking about last week. One of the white father is trying to get adoption of his black child.
That sounds complicated.
Well, it made $6.5 million on an opening weekend on an unknown budget.
Okay.
Still almost as much as Mortdecai.
Total.
The Boy Next Door, good old J-Lo movie, made another $6 million for a total of $24.5 million.
I feel like that title's been used before. Like
I do
in the last
too.
5 years.
I do too.
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Look it up. On a budget of $4 million.
Or maybe it's something similar, but that feels...
I still want to know how they got a J-Lo in a movie for less than $4 million. And the entire movie was less than $4 million.
Well, she did Jiggly.
She did Jiggly, and I think the whole American Idol was degrading her brand.
And her brain. Oh, sorry.
Brain. I said...
Does anyone care about J-Lo anymore?
Does anybody care about... No.
No, nobody does. That's the sad thing. What you got, Jeff?
Well, it looks like there was a Boy Next Door in 2014, and 2 of them in 2008.
There you go.
Obviously, the title hasn't been trademarked. Stop.
I mean, that's just typing in Boy Next in IMDb, and 4 of them pop up.
Speaking of that, there was something that made over Blackhat.
Was Drew Barrymore in one of them? It feels like she was.
I think you might be right.
I don't recognize any. I mean, Jennifer Lopez is the only name on these I recognize.
I was looking at the top 50 because Blackhat was so far down.
Yeah.
And the thing that was right above Blackhat was The Running Man. And I thought, did they re-release this? And it made 200,000 this week. I was like, oh my god, a 1980s movie
making more money than
it was not.
Blackhat.
It was from China, and I was like, oh come on, bring Richard Dawson back.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
only in a rerun.
Oh, I get it. What you got to come out this week, Jeff?
Where's the?
Oh, wake up, Gimp.
That is the worst drum roll ever.
It's like a drum roll with a broken leg.
The Gimp likes a rim job. Can that be the name of a show? The Gimp likes a rim job?
Nick's not on tonight.
Okay, upcoming. Weekend starting February 6th.
Speaking of bombs next week.
I'm actually intrigued in these movies.
No.
I am. I kind of want to see Jupiter Ascending.
Nope.
You and our ex-friend Dave are going to watch SpongeBob movie?
I haven't gotten that far yet. The Seventh Son.
Nope.
Well, there's no the in it. Seventh Son. I'm intrigued. I'm not going to go to the theater to watch it, but if it's on
you know who
Netflix,
says stuff like that?
I'll watch
People
it.
who go to the theaters to watch it.
You know why it's going to make $2 million? Because nobody's going to. They wait for it to Netflix.
And then the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water.
Which the preview did not look good.
Again,
No,
10 years past when it should have came out.
Yes.
So it should have come out a year after the first movie, is what
Speaking
you're
of Netflix, Chef is on Netflix now.
Is it?
Yes.
Sweet.
Have we seen it?
No, not yet. I'm going to.
How am I going to do reviews and be successful?
I watched Gone Girl this week.
I thought you watched Golden Girls this week.
Well, you watched that too. But...
Don't judge. B. Arthur. Woo, she was hot. Naked pictures of B. Arthur.
It was a painting, not a picture.
So there's your box office. Paul, you have a shout out?
I do have a shout out. So just to give some background on this, I was catching up on my Hobie podcast over the last week or two, getting ready for tonight's appearance. And I'd just like to send a shout out to Lamar Miller.
The running back?
Oh, come on. I hate you, Paul. Seriously? Seriously? It's 2 months later. Come on.
He hasn't been on the show in 2 months.
I haven't been on the show, and you triple taped in one day. So net, it's like
Can't
4
triple
weeks
stamp
later.
a double stamp.
You can't. But you can send a shout out to that guy that enabled you to win the championship.
And how many fantasy football leagues?
2.
2.
Yeah, Lamar Miller.
And if you'd have asked Jeff here, I shouldn't even have been here today.
You shouldn't have. You weren't supposed to even win the championship. Oh, you beat me on tiebreakers. Lamar Miller scored you enough points against me in one league, but not enough against your opponent in another league.
Not since college has someone said a shout out to Lamar Miller.
I'm pretty sure not ever has anyone said shout out to Lamar Miller. But I'd just like to send that out there just as a thank you and to Jeff.
Thanks, Paul.
So next is the top 5. Just tap it in. This is from a listener suggestion for top 5. Jillian at 1 Jillian. Thanks for listening. Top 5 kids movies that adults super enjoyed.
Super enjoyed. By adults, I took this list to mean me.
Yes.
So then you failed because you are nowhere near an adult.
No, mentally no.
Thank you.
Oh, this is physical.
Yeah, this is physical. I'm the more adult than anyone else in this room since Blake is not here.
By government standards, he's more adult.
Yes.
Thank you, government.
And also, if you got a top 5, send it on into us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter or Facebook, History of Bad Ideas, or on Gmail at
The History of Bad Ideas at gmail.com.
There you go. So send in top 5 that you want us to do. Top 5 kids movies that adults super enjoyed. Who wants to go first? Paul, you're the guest. Go.
Guest.
Number 5.
So a lot of my movies are all mostly relatively new. Say new by last 15, 20 years. But I'm going to start with The Incredibles.
Oh, good one.
Good pick.
I mean, it's a good kids movie. It's very inspirational, but it's also entertaining, as you watch it. So
in my honorable mentions, it just got edged out in my top 5.
Yeah, my number 5, there were probably like 5 or 6 movies in there, so I figured that's a good, at least should make the list.
I had a good number 5, and I dropped it out to an honorable mention because my coworker said, "Really, that's in your top 5?" I was like, "No, I like the other one better." Good call.
The other one.
Toy Story franchise.
Oh, that's my number 1.
Yes!
That's only your number 5?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that would be 1 or 2 for you.
It was close.
I think it should be a 1 on most. I mean, it's a wholesome. It's got good entertainment. You've got top characters and voices.
We got a lot of listener feedback this week.
Oh yeah, I got to put that on the board.
And put that on the board.
Yeah, somebody put it on the board.
I got a lot of listener feedback this week, and Toy Story was up there for a lot of people.
I'm sure it is.
And I'm surprised it made his 5, given how much he likes it.
I know. I really thought it was going to be 1 or 2.
I feel like he's just trying to not make it his number 1, so it didn't go out in the first 2 picks.
Yeah, like you did.
Yeah.
No, I have a lot of... I love Toy Story, but I was also trying to go back to some of the ones I liked as a kid that I still like as an adult. That wasn't the whole thing, but that was part of it that you'll get to see. So,
all right.
What's number 4? Or 5?
How about if I get number 5?
I guess.
Well, you knew it was going to be on here. My number 5 from 2014, the Lego Movie.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is great when you are part of a team.
That was a lot of people's things too.
And it was very expected that it was going to be on my list, and it did come in at number 5, just edging out.
It was a good movie.
Incredibles.
The Oscars did not like it.
No, apparently the Oscars didn't. But
there's a lot of things the Oscars don't like.
Yes,
and they're good movies. So,
what's your number 4, Jeff?
Number 4, I'm going back to early 1990s Disney. With Beauty and the Beast.
So those are going to be your number 1.
No, it's only number 4. I thought it was going to be higher until I made the list. But Beauty and the Beast is my favorite of the Disney animated. And yeah, it's a perfectly crafted movie.
Is it your favorite Disney movie?
Yes.
Is it?
Apparently my favorite Pixar movie too, because they didn't make my list except for honorable mentions.
Really?
Yeah.
My number 4, and I loved this growing up, and I love it now. And I've watched it with my son already. The Sandlot.
I agree. It's a good movie.
Benny the Jet.
Oh, you mentioned that last week,
yes.
too, didn't you? You had Benny on your...
I love The Sandlot. About growing up in the 1950s, I think. And they were all playing baseball. And...
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls. When they go to the pool and they fake the drowning just so he can kiss the girl, the lifeguard. Great film. If you've not seen it, you need to. The Sandlot. Loved it. I saw it in the movie theater with my dad growing up and still love it to this day.
What about Sandlot 2?
That does not exist in my universe.
Okay.
So let's not talk about that. Paul, what's your number 4, Ditt-Man?
My number 4, I think, too, it's one of my favorite holiday movies as well, Polar Express.
Oh, you're killing both of us right now.
Give me the gun. Give me the gun. Give me the gun.
Oh.
I've been waiting to use this harpoon gun on Dr. Number 1. I'm going to use it on Ditt-Man right now. It looks like Blake's just going to be on the radio show tomorrow by himself.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like it. It just the flow of it. It's kind
creepiest child animation ever.
And I think the way it's animated is what makes it arguably the creepiest looking film.
Well, there's no arguing about it. It is the creepiest.
And it's got a Steven Tyler elf.
Oh, my son really likes that movie.
The guy that runs the train. He looks like Steven Tyler as well.
And the homeless guy on top of the train, I don't even understand what that is. Because
apparently magical homeless people live on trains.
And I have read the book many, many times to my son, and I've never seen a homeless guy in that book.
You're not looking hard enough. He's on the Poppet version.
They kind of had to expand the 13-page children's book.
It's like
to
23.
make an hour-and-a-half movie.
It's not like Where the Wild Things Are, where you have to expand 13 lines into a 2-hour movie. It's actually 13 pages.
Well, he has the book, The Polar Express, and in the back you have a DVD reading, and the actor that reads it, Liam Neeson.
Why didn't you get Tom Hanks?
Interesting.
Santa, I found you.
Or at least get Peter Scolari.
I have found you, Santa, and I will kill you. Give me my bell.
I will find it, and I will ring it.
You took my bell.
No, I remember when we previewed that movie before it was released to the public. It was you and me sitting in the theater, and we were watching it, and we're like, "Oh, this is bad." We're like, something bad happened, and we groaned, and we're like, "All right, clean slate from this point on.
We will judge it.
We'll judge it from this point. They just had to get to this point. From here on, we'll judge it." 10 minutes later, all right, from this point on.
And then it got to Steven Tyler, like, fuck this movie. Fuck it.
It's no Dog of Flanders, I bet.
Dog of Flanders is a good movie.
Did that make your list?
No. If you could tell me what that movie's fucking about, I would be impressed.
It's been remade 13 times in the last 40 years.
That's right.
And I still don't know what any of them are about.
I don't. It's a dog.
Anyway, let's move on to my number 3 as we rotate back through.
Oh, I hope it's bringing down the house.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Ooh, that was a close one for me. I like that movie.
I haven't seen it, so I can't
It was
judge.
really good.
It's good. I mean, I wasn't sure what to expect, and it's just one of those things that happened to be on TV, and I watched it, and now whenever it's on, I stop and I finish watching
I'm intrigued by the second one. I keep wanting to watch it, and my son doesn't. So I'm like, well, it looks like I'm running it on my own.
It did win the Golden Globe for Best Animated Feature.
And Jay Baruchel was not annoying in it.
Ooh. I don't know. He's not annoying in a lot of things.
I kind of She's Out of Your League was good.
I don't think I saw that one. But he was great in $1 Million Baby.
Was he in that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He played the kid with the special needs.
Oh.
I think Danger, I think is the character's name.
You're talking about Geely or $1 Million Baby?
$1 Million Baby.
Oh, okay.
No, Geely was played by the guy from The Hangover.
Ed Helms?
Justin Bartha. Ed Helms. No.
My number 3 is one of my favorite Disney movies, Lilo and Stitch.
By the same guy that directed How to Train Your Dragon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same guy.
I
did
love Lilo and
Stitch.
Stitch. I love the idea of it. I just love that. It's basically these two sisters have to make a family after their parents die.
Hollow means family.
Yes.
And family means
no one gets left behind. And my wife has said many times, this is the weirdest Disney movie I've ever seen. But my son and I love that movie.
Wasn't Dog of Flanders Disney?
I think it was actually. Okay, this cartoon, the weirdest cartoon.
Okay, just making sure.
And then I saw The Rescuers lately, and that's the weirdest cartoon I've ever seen from Disney.
No, my favorite part of Lilo and Stitch were all the trailers that were put in front of other movies. When it came out, like Stitch would invade like
Beauty and the
Beast trailer or the Aladdin trailer. And I mean, when they did that, those were hilarious.
Beauty and the Beast, they were dancing, and Stitch would knock down the chandelier, and Beauty's just like, Belle's like, I'm out, I'm done.
He would just keep invading other Disney movies, so those trailers were great.
Stitch was made in a lab on a different planet and escapes, and he was made for destruction. And Lilo teaches him how to love and be a family, and I just like, this is my dog. That's my dog. So yes, Lilo and Stitch. I love that movie. Okay, next, number 3, Jeff.
Number 3, harken back to what we talked about earlier in this episode. Number 3 is the Muppet movie.
Ah, it's time to start
with Brian Williams or without.
We'll remake it with Brian Williams, but the original with
Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit T. Frog.
Yes.
That's right.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
If you have Jeff singing on the Hobie bingo block, bingo card, you got it. Get it?
No. Listener feedback. Who was worse, Jason or me? Come on.
It's my life. It's now or never.
Favorites for Jeff, retweet for Jason. Isn't that how ESPN does it? It's like,
yes,
we're too lazy to calculate, so just retweet it or favorite it.
ESPN's too lazy for a lot of shit.
Hashtag Chris Berman.
What's your
no, he hashtag Chris Berman because he's lazy or because he's shit?
Both. Number 2.
Number 2, I'm going with The Princess Bride.
Inconceivable.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
That was close. That was close to being up there. And I keep going back with, obviously it's a kid's one, but it's kind of like Star Wars. It kind of falls in the category in between.
Yeah,
I was trying to, is it a kid? Is it a kid? And I'm like, okay, the whole thing is he's reading the child the story. So I'm like, all right, it's a kid's movie, but they can make it for others.
On Twitter today, we were talking about that. There's such a big gray area. Like Gremlins. Technically, it could be a kid's movie. It's rated PG. And it was for kids.
It's rated PG. That movie is part of the reason they came up with PG-13.
I agree.
I wouldn't call that a kid's movie.
Correct.
Just because it's rated PG doesn't mean it's geared towards kids.
I remember when we were younger, PG-13 meant something.
Yes. Now everything's PG-13.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it, just 13.
I mean, come on. Well, I'll put it this way. I think it was Airplane 2 was rated PG. And I remember seeing that in the theater. And there were at least 4 pairs of breasts shown in that.
There were
in the theater or in the film?
Breasts.
In the film. I saw 8 breasts, I think.
In a row?
2 of them were in a row. They one of the metal detector that they went through was actually a clothes remover scanner thing. So the women were walking through, and you just saw the guys walked through wearing clothes, but the women walked through and they were exposed.
I saw
breasts.
3 breasts in the G-rated Total Recall. That was G, right?
No.
Oh,
that was when R started to mean something.
Yes. My number 2, still a great film that I love today. Jumanji. Love Jumanji.
It's hit or miss for me.
Wow.
Robin Williams, I love that movie.
I thought that was a terrible movie.
Well, you know what? I thought your number 4 was a terrible movie.
No, you didn't.
What was number 4?
Beauty and the Beast.
What was number 3?
The Muppet movie.
What was number 2?
The Princess Bride.
Fuck you. Anyways,
don't worry, you'll get me on my number 1.
Number 1's
Number
awful.
5?
Josie and the Pussycats, your number 1 is awful.
That's not even a kid.
That's not a kid's movie.
It was
That's a spank movie. Come on.
It was a spank movie.
Well, you put Rosario Dawson and Rachel Lee Cook in a movie.
Rosario Dawson.
Awkward.
Hand check. Anyways,
Mine have not left this table.
Oh wow.
Jumanji. I really love Jumanji. So
that was rough for me.
Well, you know what?
I never.
That's what she said. Come on.
So did you like Zathura?
No, I saw that with you. That was awful.
Yeah, I mean it's the same movie just in space.
Anyways, Paul, let's go on because I'm getting ripped on here.
My number 2, I'm a fan of John Goodman. Not so much
King Ralph.
Not so much Billy Crystal, but I like the movie
The Flintstones?
Monsters Inc.
Oh,
okay.
Flintstones. I was hoping it was King Ralph.
Yeah, Monsters Inc.'s good.
Monsters Inc. is good. Second one, not so much. I would advise you
I
not
haven't
to go to the
seen
second
Monsters University, so
Yeah, it's one of those things when you see one movie as a kid, don't go back later. So I went back later for The Deuce.
Good. Monsters Inc. is not bad. I've seen that recently. So
yeah, it still holds up.
Yeah. What's your number 1, Paul?
Dickhead took it at 5, which I think it's a bullshit call by you at 5. So
Toy Story?
I'm gonna throw it out there as shenanigans because I know that you like Toy Story.
My number 1.
Yeah, what's your number 1 that you're saying is better than Toy Story? Oh yeah, I do know you like that one.
Bitches.
Lion King.
Konnichiwa is not even.
I think that's in the opening song.
I don't think it is.
Konnichiwa.
Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe, Konnichiwa.
I saw it on a Dave Chappelle episode, so I know it's not.
All I know is hashtag Jason's Worst is winning right now.
Speaking of animals here. Did anyone see the Super Bowl commercial where they're drafting at the beginning of time what animal should go to which country?
I did see that.
The polar bear one was funny with the Mexican hat.
Like Mexico's up and the polar bear is like cheering.
When the dodo bird collapsed, I thought of the Bengals and Kajana Carter.
So thinking of the Bears and Cutler, but anyways.
All right.
So yes, Lion King, my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Apparently it's your favorite child movie of all
It's pretty close, yeah, it is. It is my favorite child. I can watch that repeatedly.
You thought I was going there when I went Beauty and the Beast, didn't you?
I did think you were going Beauty and the Beast number 1. What's your number 1?
I'm surprised you haven't guessed my number 1. I talk about this one all the time.
Well, could you tell me? Why don't you tell me?
Batman and Robin.
No. That wasn't even number 1 on
Steel.
mine.
It's Steel.
Steel. Shaq Steel.
Babe.
Oh, that's right. The Story of Bacon.
Yes.
I pictured you more of a Charlotte's Web kind of guy.
No, I didn't like Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
No, Babe was a great movie. All right. I still have yet to see Braveheart because it beat Babe out for Picture of the Year that year, and
You've not seen Braveheart?
I have not seen Braveheart.
I didn't even know you.
Don't spoil it because it's only been 25
don't worry,
years.
I have it. I have Braveheart on VHS and DVD because my brother keeps giving it to me.
It's going to be on Laserdisc too. He's got it on and Blu-ray.
Long story short, he dies.
Too late. Babe.
Babe.
With Cromwell. What's his name?
James Cromwell.
Yeah.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That's applicable at work.
Honorable mentions? Anybody?
Jen, or I had honorable mentions. Shrek.
Shrek was on my initial list before other things passed it. The first Shrek, the last 3, not so much.
Yeah, exactly. And then Goonies and Finding Nemo.
Oh, fucking Goonies.
Yeah, Jason hates Goonies. So.
And Jason hates lots of things, but we tend to ignore that.
Yeah.
I got a lot of hate last week on Twitter when I started mentioning I hated Goonies, and my God.
Sorry, Truffle Shuffle, chunk.
No, awful. I had Mighty Ducks.
I couldn't get into those.
I watched that a couple weeks ago.
Mighty
with my
Ducks
son.
2, maybe.
I actually like all of them.
The first one was
You like
good.
the third one?
The second
Nah, third one's not good. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought
Lorax?
Emilio Estevez kind of fell.
Emilio! The Lorax?
Never saw it.
Oh, I love that movie. And Up. I thought Up was really good.
Up was one of the most depressing Disney movies ever.
It was.
I mean,
that first 20 minutes, you're just like, fucking, I'm out.
The first 20 minutes are terrible. I mean, I get you're telling the story and you got to get the old guy some kind of motivation, but that's the worst motivation ever.
No, I can't. His wife can't have kids, and then she dies. Well, okay, moving on.
First off, he wanted to be single, then he found this chick that, just aggravated him, so he decided to say, hey, what the hell, I ain't doing anything for the next 4 years. Oh, well, shit, well, now she can't have kids. What the hell am I doing here is what he's thinking.
And now she's dead.
What's your honorable mention?
I actually teared up during Up.
Oh, I've done that many times.
And then the Boy Scout shows up and says, come here, buddy.
And to be
I
honest,
need a fucking badge.
I'm pretty emotional. I tear up during a lot of movies.
But then we get a strange, exotic, tall bird and a talking dog.
The talking dogs.
Squirrel. Doug, the talking dog.
Yeah.
Doctor Number One?
No.
Or Doctor No One?
No, not him either. He's outside.
Is it Doctor No One or Doctor Number One?
Doctor Number One.
It's Doctor Number One.
It says Doctor NO1.
Well, NO is...
We're still trying to figure out Doctor Number One.
NO is an abbreviation for the word number.
Him and Number...
I think it's play on words.
Yeah,
Doug
Dr.
and Number
No
One have both been, the most consistent, so we can't offend either of them, so let's just keep it at that.
Well, one of them's
both
out
of
there
them.
with a arrow sign saying...
Glory
look
hole.
here, Look here.
But anyway, we were talking a lot of Pixar movies on our list and honorable mentions, and one I have to throw out because it might be one of my favorite Pixar movies that has not been mentioned yet so far is A Bug's Life.
Good movie.
Very underrated.
Vastly underrated. I actually said the same thing on Twitter this week today. You got anything else?
No.
Okay.
So, Jen had some listener picks.
Okay,
let's see.
So, Black Cauldron.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's been
that was
forever
kind of
since
dark.
I've seen that. I need to see that again.
That was dark, yeah.
Anything Disney.
Anything. All right, let's narrow it down.
So, and then
Return to Witch
Dog
Mountain?
of Flanders?
Return to Witch Mountain?
Candle Shoe?
What?
I think it's a broad generalization. She likes the...
What is the kicking mule? Gus.
Francis?
Francis the kicking mule. Gus, whatever.
Airbud, everyone
Hot
like
to Trot.
Airbud.
What was that?
Snow puppies, snow buddies. I don't know.
And then and this one she brought up because it's may not be a kids movie, but what she grew up on, the Bond movies. So
those are not kids movies. But...
Yeah, I would say the first rule of kids movies is you don't whore yourself out 4 or 5 times during the movie. Well, what Bond is doing the whole time, sleeping around.
Who says Christmas only comes once a year? Fuck you, Denise Richards.
So I couldn't. I can understand people liking them. I still can't call them kids movies.
So,
but Jen has her own opinion.
She does.
Anything else on Jen's opinion?
That is all on her opinion.
That music can only mean one thing. It's Chris Pratt news.
All right. It's been a while since we heard it.
Been a while.
No Nickelback.
That's Stained.
That's Stained.
Whatever. It sounds the same.
Hashtag Jeff's winning.
We do have some listener feedback regarding the movies, so don't go anywhere after Chris Pratt news.
Oh, okay.
So I walk away to go pee, and look what happens. You guys throw the music in.
Well, you told us we had to stop. We thought we were done with that.
I had a bladder. Anyway, so Paul, what would you like to do for Chris Pratt here?
Chris Pratt news. For those that are internet savvy and have kind of watched some of the post-Super Bowl hoopla.
What's the internet?
The internet, it's this thing that...
It's on computers now.
Oh, okay,
it's
then
on
we're
computers.
good.
It was invented by...
Al Gore.
Mm-hmm. Circa 2000-ish.
10.
2000-ish.
Okay, so go ahead.
Regardless, so if you're out on the internet, check out Jimmy Fallon, Chris Evans, and Chris Pratt photobombing Super Bowl at the Super Bowl.
It is hilarious.
It is very interesting. If you're interested in seeing Chris Pratt's hoagie being munched on by Jimmy Fallon,
you do see it.
Yeah.
It is entertainment. So
in all its unzipped glory.
And it shows that Chris Pratt and Chris Evans are just winning at everything.
They're winning. And you guys heard about their Super Bowl bet.
Yes.
Good for both of them. Unfortunately, Chris Pratt has to pay up now.
But Chris Evans is going to meet him at the hospital, too.
Cool. Dressed as Captain America?
Yep. So
little hoagies and hospitality.
That's
there
right.
We go. That would have been a good name for our show, but I think we already named it.
My Whoopi sounds like hooks. Anyways, so here we go. Some listener feedback. We got a lot. I'll go through quick here. Aaron Corbett at Corbett48 for top 5 kids movies that are that adults super enjoyed. Number 5, Beauty and the Beast.
Yay!
Toy Story, Lion King, Fox and the Hound.
I'm a hound dog.
I'm a hound dog. And Finding Nemo's number 1 for him. Brian Hackney, _Hackney. No particular order. Shrek, Toy Story, Curious George.
Really?
Yeah. The Incredibles, and Everything is Awesome. Lego Movie. Snake Oil Comics had Heavyweights. Remember that movie?
The Ben Stiller one?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Snake Oil.
Is
You
that
hurt
Ed
me.
O'Neill or is he? No.
That's the fat camp in the fat summer camp.
It's where he first did his character of that he did in Dodgeball. The Dodgeball character is just a rip off of the character he did in Heavyweights.
And then they also had Lion King, Land Before Time, Cars, and Tangled.
Land Before Time was one of my niece's favorite growing up, and God, I think my sister had to buy all of them. They made like 12 different Land Before Time
Yes,
movies.
they did. And they made a TV show now, too. Meg Griffin at Mindian's Minute. She liked Lion King, Aladdin, Wall-E, Brave, and Hercules.
So she likes Disney.
I think. Oh, wait a minute. I think that was her. Hold on. Let me just make sure.
Oh, did you screw up?
I may have. Oh, no, that was not hers. Okay. Moving on. Actually,
that was somebody's.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Meg actually had Anastasia, Beauty and the Beast at number 1.
All right.
And then Aladdin, Hercules, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang in no particular order. My bad.
Hercules was tough. Being a fan of Greek myth, Disney screwed Hercules so bad. It's not.
I like Hercules. Disney. It's funny.
I can't like it because it's just not Hercules. It's Disney's Hercules.
Well, yeah.
And we can get Blake in here to talk about how Disney ruins everything. And Hercules is a prime example, in my opinion. But go ahead, for all you people who liked Hercules, good for you.
And Jordan D. Merdens at Hoji B1 had Lion King, Aladdin, Wall-E, Brave, and then Hercules
so that
was
was
number 1. He
Jordan's.
likes
Okay.
Hercules. So I think we have a couple more. We will get to them. I will find some more here.
Yeah, Jason can't find him on his
I
Twitter.
remember the first time I tweeted.
Yesterday?
You know what? You can all go to hell. Okay? Just took out Toy Story number 1.
It's the first time any tweet that's gone out where I was included, where it was favorited. So that's
Yes. Bad idea. Number 206. Making a Super Bowl commercial where a kid dies. Not in real life, but in the commercial.
Oh, yeah. Well, while we were filming the commercial, this kid died, but we decided to keep it in.
That would be pretty high. This one was, nationwide.
I need to see this commercial.
No, you don't.
So much for being on your side.
Yeah, well, they said they wanted to make everybody talk about it because it's important. Oh, you made everyone talk about it.
And you lost $20 billion in revenue.
I don't know. I can't. I got to back Nationwide. Come on, that's the biggest sponsor of the Blue Jackets. They play at Nationwide Arena. They can do no wrong.
Maybe that Blue Jackets season has died. You should have just done that.
Not yet. Not yet. They're better than the Oilers.
Hi, we're the Blue Jackets.
Houston?
Edmonton.
Hi.
They have a team still in Edmonton.
It's just an Oilers. Hi.
I was waiting for that third hockey podcast, but it never came through.
No, still waiting for Nickel. Wait me.
Nickel.
Hi, I'm the Blue Jackets, and I would have gone to the Stanley Cup playoffs. I would have won the division. I would have won the Stanley Cup finals. But I died. And there's your Nationwide.
My season died.
My season died.
Well, on that note,
12.
Roger says goodbye.
Ditt-Man, thank you. Thanks for showing up. Blown away by your ability to show up.
Hey, never mind. We'll just leave it at that.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.